God instructed Moses to build a tabernacle, a dwelling place for his presence among the Israelites. Every detail was precise dimensions, materials, furnishings, and the priestly garments. This was not merely a building. It was a sacred space where heaven met earth, where God's glory would rest among his people, and where obedience and faith were expressed in tangible form. The Ark of the Covenant was central, a symbol of God's presence, containing the tablets of the law. Gold, acacia wood, and cherubim reflected God's majesty and holiness. The table for the bread of the presence, the golden lampstand, the altar of incense, all were designed to honor him and to teach Israel the ways of worship and reverence. God appointed Aaron and his sons as priests, setting them apart for service. Their role was to mediate between God and the people, to offer sacrifices, and to maintain the sanctity of the tabernacle. Obedience, holiness, and reverence were required, showing that God's presence demands respect and that faith must be lived out in action. While Moses was receiving instructions on the mountain, the people grew impatient. They demanded a visible God to worship, and Aaron, fearing their anger, fashioned a golden calf. Idolatry rose, and the glory of God's law was challenged by human weakness. Moses descended, saw the sin, and interceded for the people. God's mercy prevailed, showing that repentance and forgiveness are available even after failure. The Israelites were disciplined, yet God renewed his covenant, emphasizing mercy, justice, and holiness. He reminded them that his presence was not to be taken lightly, and that obedience brought blessing while rebellion carried consequences. God's law was both guidance and protection, shaping Israel into a nation set apart. Moses rebuilt the altar, renewed the covenant, and reminded Israel of their calling as God's chosen people. The glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle, a visible and powerful sign of his presence. Cloud covered the tabernacle by day and fire by night, guiding their journey and affirming that God was with them wherever they went. Through the building of the tabernacle, the priesthood, the golden calf incident, and the renewal of the covenant, Israel learned that God's presence is central to life, that obedience reflects faith, and that repentance restores relationship. Every detail, every law, every act of worship was a step in shaping them into a people aligned with God's will. God's glory resting among his people was a reminder that he is faithful, powerful, and merciful. The tabernacle was not just a physical structure. It was a symbol of God dwelling with humanity, guiding, protecting, and blessing those who follow him. Faith, obedience, and reverence were the keys to experiencing his presence. If God's glory, the tabernacle, and his mercy inspire you, like, share, and subscribe for more epic Bible stories. Hit the notification bell so you never miss any chapter in the Exodus series. And comment which part of God's presence in the tabernacle moves you most.